Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be checking out something called Singmetosleep by developer Acatalypt. This is a prototype of an upcoming first-person exploration-based narrative that is done in Unreal Engine 4, and it is absolutely breathtaking. So this is not actually a finished product by any means, and it's going to be quite a journey because I've seen some screenshots of this, and I've also wandered just for a few moments, and, well, I guess journey is a really apt comparison, isn't it? This actually does seem to be set in some sort of ethereal desert, and it's rather unsettling. There's a lot of effects, a lot of really pretty graphical stuff going on, and a lot to see and do, even though we're on a little bit of an early state here. So I was warned that fraps apparently can cause this to crash, so we're going to be taking our chances here, and hopefully things will work out for the best. So first off, I just want to point out the crazy amount of, like, filtering effects and crazy shader things that are all happening. This is really, really cool looking, and this is just, like, one set scene. I haven't even moved yet, but we've got some very soft, bright spots off in the distance. We've got some, like, lens filter effects going on over the actual, what appears to be the glass pane that our character's looking out from. We've got some very soft edges happening. I don't know if it's quite chromatic aberration, but there does seem to be a little bit of a color separation happening on all the edges, and a whole bunch of, I think, depth of field, some noise filters, of course this blowing wind effect, and just really soft, pretty-looking shadows. So why don't we walk around a little bit and take in some more of the sights, because, like I said, from what I've seen, there's a lot to see. Should mention the standard walk speed of our character is extremely slow, but then I hit shift, and all of a sudden I'm flying across the ground. So, you know, not that this really matters, because we're super early on, but, like, yeah, it's really, really slow to walk. I guess, if anything, though, might emphasize a sense of scale, and, like, look at that shot right there. It looks like we're looking at something from the movie Prometheus, which kind of gives you maybe a bit of a feeling of how unsettling things are, and I have a feeling this will turn out a lot better as a result of some of our learned mistakes from the past. Not that those two things have anything to do with each other. Oh, goodness. Okay, so apparently this is an endless drop-off. I'm not sure if there's actually any kind of a goal or anything specifically that we can see in this prototype, but I do want to at least take the journey and look around a little bit. Is this actually just a monolithic structure? I mean, in a lot of cases, I would have assumed this was just a primitive that's set here to sort of offset the use of space, because there's a lot of, like, terrain mapping and stuff going on. But in this case, I feel like things kind of have a sense of purpose. I mean, what is up with this, though? There's a monolith or an obelisk or something like that with this crazy ring pattern moving around it. That is really pretty looking. Also giving me a little bit of a feeling of motion sickness in a way, I think, because of the very real sense of how it feels like you have a placement in this environment. Look at how the sun glows off the ground like that. I mean, I don't know quite how many of these effects are just because we're using this engine, but it looks really nice. And pardon any frame rate dips. There aren't any actual options that I can set up without messing around with INI files, and I didn't do that, so I'm going to be capturing this at 1080p and hoping that we can make do with the footage. Oh my god, what is that off in the distance? Even the sand or whatever this material is that we're walking through is a really cool effect to it. Just the shaping of it and the way that it's sort of dimpled and textured as we go forward. And it doesn't actually have a texture to it inherently. It's just all stuff that's formed by using slight modeling and deformation. Wow, this structure is really impressive looking. I'm very easily, like, aghast at this type of thing. It really does capture my attention very easily. As you probably know by now if you've watched the series for any length of time. And I have a feeling that any frame rate dips are largely just to do with the fact that I'm capturing. For the most part, when I was playing this not capturing, it was actually totally cool, and I was having just a totally smooth experience. That is so pretty. I don't know which direction I want to go. I want to go in both directions. Let's go on this bridge here, and we'll leave the other side for you guys to explore. This prototype version that I'm playing, by the way, is freely accessible, and you can just go ahead and grab it. There's nothing in your way, aside from maybe computer performance, if that's an issue for you. And again, the screenshots that I saw indicate that there is a lot more to see than just the little bit that we already walked through. And I can totally get down with this. Even if there's not really any narrative for us to explore at the moment, just the fact that there's this big, imposing, and quite fascinating landscape is enough for me to already be very entranced. Okay, so this is very stark and empty over here. This is a case where actually having a super slow walk speed might actually be quite helpful, because I don't want to go over this edge. And we seem... Oh, I almost just did. We seem to be approaching this massive city of blocks floating in the air. And I don't know what we're going to find there, but I'm very excited to see. A little sad that we seem to be walking away from the sun, or whatever the light source happens to be. Well, okay, I guess as we're walking closer, it seems to be slowly forming a backdrop again. And things are starting to glow in a really cool way. It's a long bridge we seem to have been taking here. Anything off in this direction? Nope. I saw in one of the screenshots what appeared to be like a massive maze. And I'm really hoping that we can get up on top of wherever that was and take a look down into it. Alright, so we seem to be across the bridge. Oh my god, is the whole city moving? Oh, I'm calling it a city. This whole structure? I think it is. So not only is it just the graphical aesthetic that's really pleasing, I mean, it's the color palette, it's the use of sound, and for a prototype, it's really entrancing. I mean, wow. Look at that. And I'm running at full speed. That obelisk is getting bigger. So cool. Alright, I guess there's a little bit more for us to walk across here. Seem to be going into the heart of madness. I would easily pay $60 for a massive game that has an aesthetic like this. Oh no, is the bridge just going to end now? This looks like I've gotten to the end of where I can walk on. I hope I haven't bet on the wrong direction. But it's kind of looking like maybe I have. Do I want to, like, fall down there? Oh my god, that's so cool looking. Ah, so many mysteries. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to end the episode. I know this is super short, but I want you guys to go just download this and check it out yourself. And also, I don't want to risk falling in this hole and having the game crash or something, so I'll leave you on this absolutely stunning vista that would easily be an animated screensaver for me any day, or you know, just take some screenshots and make desktops out of them. Why not? So if this is the type of thing we can look forward to, if this prototype turns into a full developed release, I will be so on top of covering this. So this was Sing Me to Sleep. Link's going to be in the description. Go give it a download, check it out for yourself, see what Unreal Engine 4 can do for you, and let me know what you think of this in the comments, because I am super, super into it, as I've said about 100 times now. Pardon my fanboying here, I can't seem to help myself. So I will see you all tomorrow. New episodes of Indie Impressions go up every single day. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like. It does help me out quite a bit. And let me know what you think in the comments, like I said already. I will catch you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Talk to y'all later.